How you doing, fellas? Welcome back. This is episode 2 of the Daily Stoic Meditations. We're going to start with the big 3. All you need are these: certainty of judgment in the present moment, action for the common good in the present moment, and an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations. All you need are these: certainty of judgment in the present moment, action for the common good in the present moment, and an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way. So it's clear how important the present moment is to Marcus Aurelius. To be able to have clear judgment, a focus on the betterment of this situation, or people in general, or the people involved. And just being grateful to be in that moment, to be surrounded by the people that you are, or just to be alive. Certainty of judgment in the present moment, action for the common good in the present moment, and an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way. So just be grateful for being alive, for being able to be in the situation that you find yourself in, and have certainty of judgment in all interactions. Believe in yourself, believe in the opportunity, the process of what you're doing or what you're trying to accomplish. As long as you're clear with yourself that you believe that this action that I'm about to take is going to be for the best. It's going to be for the common good, the betterment of myself or the people around me. And be grateful that you have that opportunity. Then you're in a good place. If you live behind these 3 basic values, it's saying that you will live a life worth living, where you're not doubting yourself. You have certainty of judgment. You believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself and you have a focus to create for the common good of people, and you're grateful to have the opportunity to present that opportunity and attempt to make things better for people, or for yourself, or for the people that are surrounding you. Present moment for anything that comes your way. So in any situation, these 3 are the most important things to rely on to progress forward in your journey. All you need are these: certainty of judgment in the present moment, action for the common good in the present moment, and an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. This is definitely one that I have been working on. Self-doubt, I think we all work with. I think we all have self-doubt on different levels, depending on how you were raised, or what situations you've gone through in your life. Certainty in yourself and certainty of your personal judgment. I feel like we end up questioning ourselves a lot. Why am I doing this? If I do this, what could be the outcome? Or you have the opposite end of the spectrum where people are just super selfish and they're so wrapped up in what they want and their judgment that they only focus on what they can get out of something. But with those people, it goes into the second one. Action for the common good in the present moment. It's saying it's not just all about you. It's not just all about me, and what we could really take value from is helping and aiding and really assisting others. And it'll create value within ourselves and create a community that represents and shares love. And I feel like in our society nowadays, we need love and acceptance and togetherness more than ever. And an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes our way. Be grateful. Be thankful. Be accepting. Be caring of all the situation, of all the people that are put into your life. Because if you're not grateful, then what? If somebody gives you a compliment, you feel good. Be grateful for that. They didn't have to say anything. They didn't have to, put a smile on your face. Be grateful for that. And it's just the small things. If you get an opportunity to do something, or if somebody tries to give you a compliment, but you take it funny, don't let your pride stop you from being grateful for the situation. It's just crazy. I see it all the time where people are scared, especially guys. They're scared to go talk to a woman or talk to a stranger. And it's not that they're scared to talk, because once they get in that situation and they put themselves in that position, then they talk, because obviously you got to talk in front, But what scares them is being rejected. Being rejected, and really they need the validation that shows them that they can do and they can go up to people and talk to them without being looked bad, like perceived as bad or as weird or any other negative annotations by that other person. And I feel like a lot of people are super scared to be perceived by others, even though their or other people's perspective of them should not change or limit who they are, who they want to be. And it happens all the time. I see it constantly. People will limit themselves or what they can do or what they want to do depending on who they're doing it around, or even explaining that they want to do something. They'll restrict that because they do not believe the people that they're with either will understand or will accept them for that. And it's a very scary thought, because if we keep limiting ourselves and keep basing our opinions of ourselves and our judgments off of other people and what we believe that they will think of us, where does that put us? If we can't stand up for ourselves and who we are as a person, in our beliefs, in anything, then who's going to be able to be honest? Who's going to be able to tell the truth? Who's going to be able to stand for what they believe in, if what we believe is based off of what we believe other people want us to believe? And that's crazy, because who knows? Maybe if you told your friend that, you wanted to do something, even though you were scared to tell her, and she completely accepts you, how does that change the game? Even though you were scared to tell her, you thought you weren't going to be accepted, be understood. You thought she wasn't going to hear you out or anything of that sort. And she completely accepts you. It's a beautiful thing. That empowers you to accept yourself because your friend was a good friend. For many people, it's going to have to be that way. They're going to have to jump out of their box, be scared and tell somebody something that they don't want, particularly them, to know about themselves, and have the other person accept them for who they are. That's going to have to be a majority of the amount of people, because that is going to lead to self-acceptance, self-love, self-caring about what I believe. And it's okay that I believe this because it's me, and I'm not you, and I'm not anybody else. I'm myself. And if I believe this, that makes me who I am. And if you believe something, that makes you who you are. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has different beliefs. Everybody has different thoughts, different values, different morals. I'm not telling you who to be. I'm here to tell you to accept who you are and be okay with that. And don't let anybody judge you or, tell you you're wrong. And if they do, fuck them. You don't need that negativity in your life, But take a close look at the people that are closest to you. And if they have different perspective on you or what you're doing or where you're coming from, heed their words. Look at what they're saying and absorb it. Take it in and really try to see from their perspective of what they're saying. If about you or about a certain thing, don't have emotional reaction. It happened with me. It happens with me quite often, where I was in a dark place. And, the buddies I was living with sat me down and they told me that, I was evil. I was in an evil place, and, they didn't fuck with me. And that's what it was. And I took that emotionally, because I had known these guys my entire life. And I couldn't imagine them not seeing the progress I was making from leaving my depression, from that evil, dark place to where I was starting to go to, where my journey was leading. And I took it, not so well. And I resented them a little bit for that. But at the same time, I had to step back and really appreciate them taking me to the side and saying, hey, we see this as a group, and we want to make sure that you get to the right place. And it seems right now you just need some guidance. And when I thought about it that way, I appreciated, what they did. Even though I didn't agree with a lot of the stuff they said, I appreciated the love and care and respect for myself that they had by being able to have that get together and really share what they felt, because they cared. They cared about me and my personal growth and where I was trying to go. And that really hit home. And once I took a step back, I appreciated it and I thanked them. Perception, action, will. Those are the three overlapping but critical disciplines of Stoicism. There's more to philosophy, certainly, but we could spend all day talking about the unique beliefs of the various Stoics. This is what Heraclius thought. Zeno is from Citium, a city in Cyprus, and he believed, but would such facts really help you day to day? What clarity does trivia provide? Instead, the following little reminder sums up the three most essential parts of Stoic philosophy, worth carrying with you every day into every decision. Control your perceptions. Direct your actions appropriately. Willingly accept what's outside your control. Control your perceptions. Look at things objectively, not emotionally. In different situations, don't let your emotions take over. Be calm, be easy of mind, and try to be understanding. And by doing those things, you'll be able to control your view of the situation and really control your own mind. And by having an easy mind and, not being emotionally drained or focused, you're going to have the power in that situation to control it, to calm it down, to, really settle a dispute. Because there's no reason. You're showing that there's no reason to get angry, despite what the other person is reacting like. Direct your actions properly. Think about what you're doing, what you could be doing, and what actions are going to have the reaction that is going to be in the best interest of yourself, the other person, or the situation. And by being able to control your perceptions and your own emotions, you're going to be able to act appropriately and properly to influence that situation in a way that you're going to be able to influence that situation in a way that it's going to be okay. That everything is going to be alleviated or fixed, or just having a clear mind, That's what it's going to come down to. And then for the interactions and the environments that you have no control over, willingly accept what's outside of your control. Don't try to control everything. Understand that you have no control over most things. I say a lot of the time that the only thing I control is how I react to a situation. And if I react negatively to a situation, it's probably going to end negatively. And if I don't react, and I give myself time to think, then my perspective is going to change, and the actions I take are going to be more focused on the outcome that I want. Willingly accept what's outside your control. You're not going to be able to control everything. You can't. The amount of stress we put on ourselves based off of things we attempt to control are outrageous, because the things we attempt to control, we really have no control over. Whether it's relationships or work or anything else. You're never going to control how another human being or another thing is going to do, or what you want them to do. It's not going to work. We all have our own thoughts. We have our own feelings. We're not going to be able to control another person. You can influence other people, but you can't control them. And we need to accept that we can't control things. That things are out of our power. And that the only thing we can influence or control is our own reaction towards a certain situation. Don't wrap your emotions, your anger, your sadness around a person, because the only person that's really going to empower you truly is yourself. And it ends with, that's all we need to do. Control your perceptions, direct your actions properly, and willingly accept what's outside your control. That's all we need to do. So just stay focused. Stay focused on your common goal. And keep a clear mind. And then make your actions regarding that situation appropriate. And make sure they're in the common good of yourself and others. And that it really comes down to taking care of yourself. Mentally, emotionally, just keep a clear mind. And if you can keep a clear mind, you'll be more able to establish an action plan to create the outcome you want. And then for the things that you are unable to control, just accept it, because it's going to be okay. All right, fellas. Have a good day.